Hi everyone, my name is Jane. Welcome back to another episode of Procrasti-Knitter podcast, where we talk about things that I knit. Generally, yeah. So lots of new faces, so welcome if you're new and welcome back if you're returning. So today it's just going to be some project updates and a few new acquisitions that are exciting. And yeah, so it should be short and sweet today. So I guess we can start off with knitting. There's no crochet to share, so that's that. Okay, so the first whip I'll show is a sock. So last time you saw this sock, it was a half finished object, so I had this from last time, I think. Did that? I'm pretty sure I had it done last time. And now I've started the new sock. I don't know what I started this for, or when I started it, but, did I take it to work with me? Yes, I did. Okay, so I subbed recently, and I guess this is what I was working on. So, now that you've seen it, I will put down a little progress marker. This is so exciting. If you've seen recent stuff, you know that I recently acquired some stitch markers, so it's fun to pick them out. Let's see. Okay, why don't we go with this cactus, because I feel like the colorway is kind of deserty, no? So yeah, let's do that. These are a gift from William, birthday gift from William. So super excited about them. He just got them from Amazon, so I'm sure they're widely available. But okay, here it is. My little cactus stitch marker for my socks. These are just vanilla socks, 1x1 rib, slip stitch heel flap gusset, wedge toe, I think is what it's called. So yeah, this is Crazy Sock Lady's tutorial, so if you're curious, that is how I learned socks, and that's how I knit my socks to this day, even though I have tried a couple other methods. This is just what I've memorized and what works best for me and fits me the best, so I will keep on doing it. So that is the first work in progress that I have to share. All my project details will be linked below on my Ravelry. My Ravelry project page is linked below, so you can check it out and you can look at different projects and see the yarn and usually what size I'm knitting and what pattern it is and things like that. So hope you peruse that if you have questions, but also you can drop a comment and ask me if you have questions. Okay, so then the next whip, sorry, they're kind of all over the place. Where are they? Okay, the next whip is my ribbed to your measure tank. I think this is the front. So last time I was here, I had just done a little bit of the back side, and so I've finished the back and I have finished the front, and I've joined in the round. So now I'm just knitting this down and down. It looks really tiny. It looks really tiny. I'm a little bit scared that it won't fit me, but I think it will. It has a lot of stretch, so I think it will fit. But I guess we'll just have to see. And then I wanted to show you this finished object that you've seen before, but I don't think you had only seen it on me. I don't think you've seen it flat. So I recently washed and blocked this again, because I was wearing it quite a lot. I like wearing it with like a thin thermal long sleeve underneath, or under overalls or coveralls. It's really cute. It's a nice little layering piece. This used up just about 100 grams of fingering weight, and the length is a little shorter than I had hoped for, so that is why I knit the 3rd size for this, and I'm knitting the 2nd size for this one, because I felt like I could have used a little more negative ease, and so I'm just hoping that, you know, this will be okay. This has stretched a lot since I first knit it. Like the armhole is quite a bit deeper than the one I'm knitting now, but I'm hoping that won't be too much of an issue. And this is where I'm at. The yarn is Malabrigo sock. Malabrigo is quickly becoming my favorite yarn, company yarn to knit with. It's affordable, but still feels really luxe at the same time. I feel like it's a good a mid-range. It's not quite as expensive as some hand-dyed by like small businesses yarn, but it's not as cheap as most commercial yarn. And I'm not sure if Malabrigo is considered a commercial brand or something a little smaller. They're definitely a really big company, so I don't really know. But if you know, let me know. But I really love how their sock yarn feels. So that is that. This is sock, not ultimate sock, so it's superwash with no nylon content. And yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I love this gray color. Not gray, sorry, brown. I can definitely imagine myself buying a lot more skeins of this to make socks, a hat, or another one of these. Like, it's such an easy and beautiful color. I really like tonals like this. I'm really into like earthy colors, as you will see. So I think, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So that is my second rib to your measure top, camisole, tank top. And I'm really loving it so far, so I'm excited, and I'm really glad I'm I'm joined for in the round, because now I don't have to follow a pattern. It's just ribbing until I run out of yarn, basically. So yeah, this is the ball. Really lovely, great to work with. I'm obsessed. So that is that. And my third work in progress, and this is the last one I'm going to show. The other one is my Tokyo shawl, but I absolutely haven't worked on the Tokyo shawl at all, so there's nothing to show. And I've shown it quite a bit, so if you're curious, you can just go back an episode, or for the past like 5 episodes, I think I've been talking about it. So feel free to check it out if you're curious, or in my project page, but I haven't gotten work on it, so I won't show it. So the last whip I have today is my Petite Knit Ankers Sweater. This is Petite Knit's Ankers Sweater, and I'm knitting the 2nd or 3rd size. I'm not too sure. Let me see. Yeah. This is it so far. Last time I was right here on the sleeve. I talked to you about how I'm keeping track of the decreases, and yeah, I'm chugging along. I think I probably have a few inches left before I start the ribbing for the cuff. This is Malabrigo Rios. The sleeve is a lot more fitted than my sleeves have ever been. So we will just have to adjust for that. Let's see. And I think I'm gonna like lose stitches. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Okay. But yeah, so as you can see, it's quite fitted. I'm not sure once I wash and block it, like what will happen, but I mean, so far I'm happy with the fit. I think the yoke fits me well. I think a lot of people struggle with a yoke construction because it kind of cuts them off like this. But yeah, for me it's fitting well. It's fitting well over my shoulders. I think the armhole depth is good, so I like it. I think it looks really nice. I love the colorway. This is aguas, and I'm just really loving it. So let's see, I lost a couple stitches. That's okay. I think so. I think I mentioned this, but I tried using barber cords that William got for his mom, but had forgotten to bring down to her house. So they were just in his apartment, and I tried using them, and they were really, really great. Better than I expected. So I might get myself some barber cord, or try on tubing, as you may know it, and use it because it's really nice, really convenient, and I like that you can block with it. I've never done that, meaning I've never blocked a project mid-project, or with a barber cord, obviously, but I think it's interesting, and I might invest. So, okay, so what else to say about this project? I'm good on yarn. I did not check how much yardage I needed before starting the project because I did not buy this yarn for this project, so I was in denial, and I was just hoping that I had enough because I didn't want to not start it. So that is not very great reasoning, but that was my reasoning, so bear with me. But yeah, this is the sleeve. Last episode, if you didn't watch the last episode, I think you should, because this hack is so genius and I'm so proud of myself for figuring it out. But basically I've made myself a row counter stitch marker, essentially. This is my beginning of round, and it's in a rainbow order, but you can do any order you want as long as you understand the order you're in. And yeah, so right now I can see that I'm on my 4th row of my repeat, and every time I get to the beginning of round marker, I'll slip the next color and the next and the next. So it's a really easy DIY hack if you have a lot of these stitch markers laying around in different colors. I think you're gonna need at least 2 colors in order to make it work. So say you're on red, the next one will be green, and then if you're on green, the next one will be red. But yeah, I mean, even with 2 colors it might get confusing, because as you can see, green, I could either go yellow or blue, and I know to go blue because that's how the rainbow works. So maybe you need 3 colors. I'm not super sure, but if you have a lot of colors like me, it's very helpful, and I've been doing my decreases no problem, so that is really awesome. And yeah, not much else to say. I'm loving it. The yarn feels really nice. I really like this 1x1 yoke that we have going on here, and yeah, the helical knitting is really annoying. I had to fudge a little bit when you knit helically, you slip 3 stitches before if you understand, you understand, but when it's time to slip stitches, sometimes the slip stitches would be where I needed to decrease. So I just had to fudge around a little bit, but I made it work. So I hope. So yeah, I think this is a really nice color. I love it on me, like against my skin tone. So I'm just really excited, and it's very earthy as well. I think that is my palette. Like, other colors are fun, obviously, and I like colors that I don't think necessarily look best on me. Like, I don't think this purple is exactly my color, but I still think it's beautiful. And yeah, so I think I'm thinking about cultivating my wardrobe a little bit more, because I'm going back to school and I'll have to see people a lot more often than I do. Like, obviously I work now and I see people, but I don't know, I don't work every single day, every yeah, I don't work every single day and every single week, so it feels like fine to kind of have my rotating like 5 outfits that I kind of wear usually, and nobody is really batting an eye, and it's, you know, it's not that deep, and I'm not seeing the same people every time I'm working for hours at a time, so, you know, I have like 5 outfits that I kind of repeat, which is fine, which is good. Some people have like 2 outfits they repeat, right? But no, I'm just trying to be a little bit more intentional about what I wear, how I present myself, and thinking about what colors fit me, what colors I'm drawn to, what colors I like, and I have decided it's like earthy colors. I think, you know, for socks, I'll go crazy any day, but I think now when I'm thinking about like a garment, something that will have a bigger presence on my being, I'm gonna be a little bit more purposeful about it, and not that I wasn't before, but yeah. So I like how this looks on me. I'm excited for it to be finished and for me to wear it, even though it's going to be summertime. But I think I'm hoping we go camping at least a couple of times. So I think, you know, having a nice wool sweater is good for being around the bonfire at night, things like that. So even being on an airplane. So, you know, I'm excited. So this is the Ankers Sweater, my size, okay? And what else? So that was the last whip I had to show you. So we are on to acquisitions, baby. So right now, I'm about to hop on the plane again in a couple days to go to Virginia. And I think in Virginia I will visit a couple yarn stores, and so we have more coming, but no, I'm excited for that trip. But I also just came back from Northern California. I visited my new campus, and I met my cohort, saw campus, very, very beautiful. I'd never been, but yeah, it's really pretty. I'm really excited, and while I was there, I went to the local yarn store. It was like kind of a spontaneous trip. I was kind of like, if we have time, we'll go, but we weren't like planning it, and I definitely wasn't planning on getting anything. Mainly I went because they changed management, ownership, whatever. So the Continental Stitch store in Morgan Hill, which is a little south of San Jose, California, if you're familiar with the area, but Continental Stitch is the local yarn store there, and they had a change in management, and now they're a pop of colored yarns, and my cousin really likes the changes. Well, she started knitting again. She's been knitting, but she started like knitting more frequently, like right as the change happened. So you know, I don't think she had an attachment to the old store, but she like talks very highly of it. She goes to the socials. She said it's very fun, so I wanted to check out the new space. It's in the same store. They just redecorated, redid it a little bit. I'm explaining it so poorly, but whatever. I was there and I saw some yarn I couldn't resist. I mean, I could have if I wanted to, but the price was good, so I was like, you know, whatever. So here's what I got. See, this is what I mean by like the earthy. I already have something like this in DK because I was going to knit this and this into a cardigan, but I ended up not doing that. It's not the same colorway supposedly, but it looks very similar. But anyways, this is Malabrio sock in the colorway Ivy, 100% superwash merino. So soft, so lovely. I'm so excited. What will these be? I think it's gonna be a pair of socks, but literally like more and more I want to make like 10 of these. Like, they're so fun, they're so easy to wear, they take one skein of yarn, and yeah, they're quick and it's fun. So they both might become another camisole because I think it's so great. I just think it's so awesome. So yeah, but This is Ivy. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm so excited. I would love for these to be socks too. So, you know, they might be socks. They might be socks. As a hat, I don't know. But yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, good. And this is like a little reminiscent of the Tokyo Shawl colorway as well. So I'm just like, I'm leaning hard into this. I really, really love it. So yeah, but doesn't this look so good? Oh man, like this pop of like the more brighter green. It's so good. I'm so excited. So that's that. And yeah, I don't know if this was part of the old stock, so she was trying to clear it out or what, but this was $20.99, which, if you know, is like $1 more than what Webs sells it for. And you know, I don't know. I got it right away. I didn't have to wait for shipping. I didn't have to pay for shipping. So this was the move. So yeah, the other hank is also Malabrigo sock in the colorway Aladdin. It's really pretty. I think this shade of pink is really flattering for my skin tone. So I'm really excited about it. I think this will become a tank top. I think this will become a tank top. Yeah, I'm almost positive this will be a tank top because I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you have other like one skein tank tops that are like minimal classic, let me know. Because I would love to knit it. Oh my gosh, isn't this so pretty? Come on. Come on. And these colors together too is really nice. I don't think I'd ever knit anything together with them, but like if I were to wear two pieces of clothing and it was in this color, I don't know. It just look, it's like my glasses and my lips. I love it. I'm so happy with this. So yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to pick these up. And I've never seen these colors on elsewhere or on Webs. Or I checked after and this color is on Webs, but it looked way different. So that is why you gotta shop in person, because you know, the pictures online, they're not accurate all the time for all colors. Okay, so that was the yarn acquisition. And the last acquisition is stitch stoppers. I absolutely don't need these, but they are so fun. I usually only put these on kind of longer term projects that I just, I don't know. I want some protection for the needles or to make sure stitches don't slide out, or sometimes I'll put it on a sock when I'm traveling just to make sure. Or if before I used to do it a lot more often because I was afraid of TSA. But now I just let my needles go through and they are no problem. But needle stoppers stop your stitches from falling off the needle. So they work just like that. And they're little cowboy hats. Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh. To die for. So freaking adorable. So I'm obsessed. I love them. They are from Fox and Pine Stitches. And this is the little business card thing that came with it. They were $11. And it was an impulse purchase. It was right by the cash register. And they got me. They got me. But I think it's adorable. And I'm excited to use them. So yeah. That is the last of it. I was hoping, sometimes what I also use stitch stoppers for, because the other ones I have, okay, I don't know where they are, but the other one I have, they're kind of like cone shaped, or they look like a little incense, kind of like a little bullet. And I have used that before to put at the ends of my interchangeables to use as just like a stopper when I'm knitting flat with my little interchangeable. And I think I've done that for like I-cords or little like straps, when I made like a double knit strap or things that, you know, obviously don't require a longer needle, and would be silly if I used like a cable needle for, you know. So I've put these at the end to, like, even if I do, like, when I start the strap for this, I would just use 2 interchangeables without a cable attached, and then I would put the end stoppers on the end to stop the stitches where I'm sliding off and essentially creating straight needles. I tried doing that with these, and because they have the brim of the hat, it gets in the way and it's not great for that. I mean, maybe if I had a really long cable, but then why would they be interchangeable needles that needed end stoppers? So I think I can only use these as end stoppers, which is a little unfortunate, but nevertheless they are really cute and I really love them. So yeah, I mean, this material reminds me of what, like, it's like a rubbery silicone material, but it reminds me of erasers, and they make really cute erasers sometimes, like at like Daiso or some other like cutesy Asian stationery store. So I wonder if I could buy cute erasers, like poke a hole through them somehow, like drill a hole through, and use them as end stoppers, because that's actually kind of genius. But yeah, those are my stitch stoppers, and I'm very happy with the purchase. So that is about it. That's all I have to share regarding things I've been knitting, what I've been up to. So thanks for sticking around and listening. If you've made it this far, make sure you like and comment and subscribe if you're not already. That really helps out the channel. I'm really glad to be seeing so many new people. You can follow me on Instagram at howhum_. It's not exclusively I'll link it below too, but it's not exclusively a knitting account. It's more of my personal account, but I post knitting here and there. So if you're just interested in my life in general, you could follow that account. And yeah, now I'm going to talk about things I've been reading and things I've been watching. So I say reading because I forgot I started reading, but I started reading Dune Messiah, which is the second book in the Dune series by Frank Herbert, and it's good so far. But yeah, I should start picking that up again because I started reading like a week ago-ish, and then I kind of stopped because watching TV is more fun. But I might pick it back up. But yeah, in terms of TV, what I've been watching, we're on Clone Wars season 5 now, and it's like gone back to being silly and kiddie, so I don't know, but it's still enjoyable. What else am I watching? I'm watching Shooter, which is a TV show on Netflix about this like Marine who's like a sniper and government conspiracy kind of thing. So classic. And I finished Beef. I think it didn't need to be that long, but in the end I could see why a lot of people like it. It's kind of hard to watch. It was kind of hard to watch for me, but I guess I think it's an important piece of media, and I do think you should check it out, but I don't know. I guess it was heavier than I was expecting. Beef, I'm like trying to get back into Indian matchmaking, but it's not clicking. Like, I'm not in the mood for it right now, but it is good. And I honestly think that's it. I haven't really watched too much else. And yeah, I'm busy bee, working, finishing up stuff to get ready for school, apartment hunting. Yeah. So thanks again for joining, and I appreciate having you here, and looking forward to seeing you in the next podcast episode.